What is going on, guys? My name is RetroRush and welcome back to the channel, man. In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is virtual consoles supposedly not coming to Nintendo Switch. So if you guys are hyped, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Everyone, new or old, make sure you hit the bell icon so you never miss another video, man. Thanks. On May 7th, we got updated news on Nintendo's online service that will be dropping later this year in September. Now, in this update, we got information regarding the NES games that will be brought to the subscription. Now, the only way you can play these games is if you have the subscription that will be rolling out later in September. Now, when people seen this initially, they started freaking out. Where is Virtual Console? Where are the rest of the games? Nintendo said they would be bringing classic games to the subscription when we get it. Where is Virtual Console? Where is Virtual Console? Where the hell is Virtual Console? People started freaking out wondering these questions. And honestly, guys, I think people forget that just because a certain name is not tied to something, it does not mean the service will not still be as good as you remembered it with that name. Now, with me saying this, what are my opinions on Virtual Console? Do I think that we will never see it? Or do I even believe that it will ever come to the Switch? And honestly, I've been keeping my 2 cents to myself on this for a while because I did want to make this video. And I think it's foolish. I really do think it's foolish that a lot of people think that Nintendo themselves will not put Virtual Console on what is on track to be one of their most successful consoles ever. Just think about that for a second. Why would they not put every single game that they believe is worth playing out on this system that is now on track to beat out the Wii? I mean, it just makes sense for them to put this onto the system. Now, I've seen a lot of different videos on people defending Nintendo, saying that they don't need Virtual Console and they don't really want it. And I've seen videos talking about how Nintendo should be shamed and it's no way in hell they didn't put Virtual Console on the Switch and it's already been out for a year and this, that, and the third. And these people from both sides just need to relax and look at the facts, man. The Switch is a hybrid console. So please explain to me why Nintendo, the company that has made home consoles and portable devices, why in the world would they not put the games from both their portable line and their home console line all on this hybrid system, the Nintendo Switch? Why would they not give consumers the option to now play their beloved Game Boy games on their Nintendo Switch while they're sitting on a plane? Or if they're in the car, or just hell, anywhere. Why would you not give people the option to play games from the Game Boy Color? I mean, it was so many good Game Boy games that would just fit perfectly on the Switch. Not only that, but you have so many great home console games that are from the GameCube and the N64 and the Wii. And you just won't be able to get them on the Switch. That's what you're telling me? No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Because when you look at the facts, like I said, the Switch can do everything that all of Nintendo's old consoles have been able to do. You want to talk about, oh, well, we can't get Wii games on Virtual Console because of motion in the games. That's a lie. The Switch supports motion. It supports it. You can take your Joy-Cons off and use motion controls. So that's not a problem. Then you go to the classic games. You shouldn't have no problem porting any of the classic games over to the Switch because they're classic games. These are games that are a couple hundred megabytes in size and that's it. So boom, that's done. It's no argue there. Then we go to the handheld side. Like I was saying, you have your Game Boy games and your Game Boy Color games and your SP games. These games would just be perfect for the system. Now, I'm not saying handheld devices is where Nintendo started, but I am saying Nintendo got a lot of their fan base from their handheld side. I mean, look at the 3DS. It's still selling like hotcakes, and that system has been out for years. For years. Now, when we look at the DS line as a whole, you have to kind of wonder how would they bring DS games over to the virtual console. And I mean, honestly, the Switch's screen in handheld, it's a decent size. You could easily put a top and bottom screen on there. It would be easy for them to do. I don't know how well that would translate to TV mode, but in handheld mode, it would be pretty easy in my opinion. You turn the screen vertical, so it's sitting up and down, and then put two screens on top of one another, and then boom, you now have your DS Virtual Console games on the Switch. So now that I've given you a few examples on how certain games from certain systems could work on the Switch, how do I see the service as a whole working on the Switch? Now, Nintendo has dubbed this Nintendo Classics or something of the sort. I'm not too sure on the name right at this second, but Nintendo Classics. Now, they could do a Netflix style subscription to where it's an actual Nintendo Classics app on your Nintendo Switch home screen. You click on that app and now it loads 10 to 15 games that you can go through and either play or download and keep. And I could see this working, but I don't want to just be limited to whatever Nintendo feels like putting out that month. Look at services like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. You get certain games that Microsoft and Sony want to give to you. These are games that they feel are no longer making money, or they no longer have a need to sell for a certain price, or they honestly just don't care about anymore. So they offer these games for free, and yes, sometimes you can find some really good gems on this service, but a lot of the times it's games that you never looked for or you never really cared about to look for. I just don't want Nintendo to fall in this category like Sony and Microsoft, because Nintendo does have a lot of great IPs and games, but if it takes months and months and months for me to finally get that one IP that I've been waiting for, then is this subscription really worth my money? Now, don't get me wrong, $20 for a year is outstanding. I really don't care what the service entitles, because if I can play online with other people and I can still add and message people and create parties, that's really all I need, and it's way better than paying $60 a year for the same stuff. We don't know exactly what we'll all get with Nintendo's Online just yet, but I'm pretty sure it won't be bare bones nothing, and I'm pretty sure it won't be the highest of the high, but it will just be right in the middle and give you just enough to do what you have to do online. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Virtual Console, and me personally, I don't think it's dead. I don't see a world where Nintendo has the Nintendo Switch about to... It's already outsold the Wii U. It's on track to now outsell the Wii. This could be Nintendo's best-selling console ever. So why would they not let you play their majorly huge library of games on this all-in-one system? Why would they not let you do it? It just does not make sense to me. So my final thoughts on Virtual Console coming to the Nintendo Switch. I don't think that we'll be getting it in September, but I don't think Virtual Console is dead. I don't see a world where Nintendo just does not give us access to their whole library of games on the Nintendo Switch. It would just not make sense to me. Now, how could I see this service actually working? Now, in September when it launches, Nintendo Classics already has 10 or 15 games picked out to where we'll be getting those in September regardless. Now, from September on, what they should do is at the end of the month, or at the end of each month, they should release like a poll that has about 10 to 15 games on it, and they should add 5 games from that poll that we, the consumer, have picked and add them to the classic game selection. Now, this is how it could work. How do you get a poll out to everybody that owns the console? Use the news tab. The Nintendo Switch has an actual section to where it has news curated to you. Now, you could send out a news tab thing, or a news alert, whatever you want to call it, and have a poll attached to it and be like, hey, these are 10 to 15 games we're actually considering. Which 5 do you want to see come to the Switch this month? And this way, it's not just random games like with PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live. The consumers actually have a choice on the games that they want to see this month. And I think this could be a great way to not only still allow people that love Virtual Console and love certain games from Virtual Console to experience those games, but you also can kind of move on from Virtual Console and you can give indies the light that they need, and they can still shine, because not every month will we get exactly the 5 games that everybody in the world wants. Some months you'll get your Wind Waker, and maybe some months you'll get your Donkey Kong 64, and then maybe another month you get Super Mario 64, and then, you know, another month you get Super Mario Galaxy. And this could work, and this could be great, man. And if the Nintendo does something like this, it could be really scary for the competition. At $20 a month, this could be very, very frightening. And I'm excited to see what Nintendo has planned for us, man, because it's just gonna be awesome. So that's all I got for you guys in today's video. If you guys did like it, make sure you hit that like button. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, man. And let me know down in the comment section below, how do you feel about Virtual Console? Do you think it's dead? Do you think it's never coming? Or do you still have some kind of hope that Virtual Console will bless us one day on our Nintendo Switch so we can play all those great GBA games and DS games and Wii games and GameCube games and everything on the go, man? So let me know down in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.